Alright, we're on Vaults 5. Unfortunately, got a warden right here. I'm gonna have to kill him super fast. That's right, SG West, because we have Tornado, and we can just erase this stuff. I mean, most characters I would say that's the right move, but like we just erased the entrance, you know? I think everything's gone. Of course, the problem is that there's a freaking... This is a fun situation. There's a an alarm trap here. Somebody's going to trigger it for sure. There's a warden here. Just going to go up. Now, there's no hatches. This character is fragile enough that I am, in fact, going to teleport. Shit. Alright, this is a little better. Let's fog. You know what? I'm going to haste. I'm going to regen. And I'm going to tornado. We have regen up, right? Yes, we do. We'll just airstrike. Actually, you know what? We'll LRD. Get that extra damage. I know it doesn't seem like tornado is up because of the fog, but it's up and it's doing damage. Making a lot of noise down here, but we're in a corner, which is... It's where we want to be, I'll tell you that much. Get regen back up, very important to keep it online. Oh crap, out of mana. Let's clouds him. Nice. Feel of Floods. Ice Blast this guy a little bit. Got a big ass army of dudes coming towards me, but I think it's I think it's just ogres. And an Etten, unfortunately. Nice. Not bad at all. Let's walk right up to this dude and let Tornado deal with him for us. I think Tornado threw that guy through the wall. That's a fun bug that's been around forever. .48 mana seems low. I mean, I don't have any enhancers. And of course, you probably had more intelligence on your Deep Elf. I don't think that I get extra intelligence from wearing plus ent items. I will get a little more mana soon. Oh dude, why am I still training air magic? I should have set a skill target for 27. Because, like, I don't need to train that past 22. I don't need to train... I didn't need to train air magic past 22, but I trained it to 25.4. Whoops. That's unfortunate. Because effectively we have 27 with the help of Ashenzari, so we wasted a little bit of experience. guess I could transfer knowledge, actually. I forget exactly how that works, but we're going to assume it does what we want. Okay, I can cancel the transfer whenever I want. Hooray, tornado. He cannot paralyze me. I'm not super concerned. I mean, I am concerned because MR minus is possible here, but this stuff should just die. Actually, okay, now I'm really concerned because he's hasted. Crap. I'm going to take a step up and to the right. Actually, I can't even rely on movement saving me from this stuff. Oh yeah, I could get the double LCS. This is terrible. I don't even have demissile up. What the hell am I doing? Let's blink. Take a step. Demissile. Put tornado back up. BVC, which was kind of silly, I guess. I can LRD and kill the Lich. Here we go. And this should be it. Yep. Didn't kill the dragon though, unfortunately. Vague hype. I don't know what that stuff means. Did you just donate something to me? Because, oh my god, yes you did. Thanks, dude, I appreciate that. That is like the first time somebody did the cheer thing to me, so I'm kind of unfamiliar with what it looks like. I swear very soon I'm going to set up my OBS. I promise I'm going to set up my streaming software to do something cool on the screen when that happens, but at least for this time, you're going to have to accept my heartfelt thank you. It's really cool of you. I should make it a fake death screen. That's a really good idea. Yeah, I am actually like, I'm totally open to cool suggestions like that, even if it's a prank, you know? Holy shit, I gotta blink again. I'm being dumb. And there's another Lich. Alright, let's just blow through like 3 blinking on account of me playing recklessly. I do like debating people. Okay, give me my Spire. Kind of didn't mean to walk towards him, that was a typo. That's the thing, Artagus, like, I'm not just like making up that as a possibility. That literally happened at one point. And that's the moment when I started locking my streaks down like that. Somebody got mad at some old server owner, and they proceeded to like break a ton of streaks in a row. And it was weird because the guy had to have been like mentally ill or something, because his stated reason for doing it was that he wanted them to code single sign-on, and so he was like, I'm going to keep he said that he was going to keep breaking people's streaks by taking their names and whatnot until they basically made it impossible for him to do so. Which is like, it's kind of weird because it's like, what are you holding the open source development process hostage? Like, if you want single sign-on so badly, teach yourself some C++ and code it, and they may even, accept it. Like, that always seemed pretty asinine to me. All right, let's put a spire here. I want to reset this damn fight already. I put, I'm sure you probably noticed I used like 3 phantom mirrors on this dude. And they're all hasted ancient liches with LCS and bolts, so you would think that they would have killed him by now. But I'm not having that much luck. Of course, they don't last very long. If you click OgWz on the site, if you click somewhere else, like instead of play online, I think there's a way to get like an entire list of servers. Maybe just like Google DCSS servers. Alright, kid gloves are coming off. It's LRD time. It doesn't kill him. Ah! What an indestructible lich. Sorry about all the flashes, guys, but he's dead. No more. Yeah, it's a little bit obnoxious to make accounts on the Korean server, and I think even on the Japanese server, because it's all, it's not in English, so you kind of have to guess at where things are, Oh, okay. But like, I play this on a Linux box most of the time, and I haven't bothered to get the, set up in my browser to where it can recognize those characters. So if I try to go to the Korean server, I actually just see a bunch of those little square boxes where the Korean symbols are. It's kind of funny. Yeah, it's not really hard. It's just the only issue is that some of the servers place the username and password fields in different places, but it's pretty obvious what you're looking at because you start typing in one, and obviously it shows you like asterisks or dots instead of the text, so that's clearly your password field. Really, the only thing that might be genuinely annoying for somebody who doesn't have a super technical background is there is a server that I think it's Devels, that you cannot do web tiles on. Like, you have to either SSH or telnet into it. That might be kind of a hassle. And if you need some help setting up your account there, I can do that. It's actually pretty easy. You just might need somebody to walk you through it, is all. Alright, let's see if Tornado does this for me, and it does. I feel like Telnet is still included in Windows. Can probably still do it from the command line. Alright, we pretty much finished Vaults 5. Just mopping up at this point. Despite my best efforts to splat. We haven't splatted. Despite my my blink scroll profligacy. Just spitting them out one by one. I think I used 3 on this floor. Very, very wasteful. Don't need invocations. Oh, we need to cancel transferring knowledge. Good. Because we actually screwed up and took this below 27. Transfer knowledge works a lot faster than I thought. Wow. That's okay, though. I feel like it's, all things being equal, it's worth it. And that's my fault for forgetting to set a skill target in the first place. Hell yeah. So I'm a little confused. The very cool guy who cheered at me, Vague Hype, I don't see him chatting. I wonder if that's somebody I know. I'm gonna have to ask in my Discord. I've actually met a lot of cool new people lately. Like, I don't know how many of you were here last night, but there was a guy impersonating Leo Littlebook in my Tiles chat, and he was like sending these paragraphs of. I mean, it was just total garbage, but it was funny. Almost indistinguishable from the real Leo. But like clearly a parody, you know. And the coolest thing about that is that I was recording the chat, so like it will make its way into a video at one point. Like I used Acid Wand like one time, and so he posted this paragraph that was like, see, this kind of overuse of evocables is going to get you killed because blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm a little torn on Leo. Honestly, I'm of the opinion that he is not a parody of himself. Like, I think he is, I think the dude is real, and maybe I've just been bamboozled, maybe I swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. I think he's a genuine guy with a very interesting thought process, and like, I disagree with almost everything that he says, but I don't think he's trolling. He doesn't really seem like a particularly bad person to me or anything. Like, he's a little condescending, but I mean, like, his take on the game, I could actually read the stuff he writes for a long time and be entertained by it. I disagree with all of it, but, you know. I don't know. But he kind of got, like, yelled at to leave Tavern, which I thought was a little unfortunate, because, like, I wanted him to become a regular poster, you know. Alright, we don't need any more enchant armor. Whoops, I didn't want to... leave Vaults 5 just yet. Guess I should buy some Remove Curse. I mean, we have a ton though, so I don't even need to. Maybe we'll find a nice replacement hat. Yeah, Flood Killer for sure. I think that when you're doing a lot of theory crafting in a game like this, it's very easy to contradict yourself. I mean, the thing about Leo is, he strikes me as like, he's like a guy who's honestly probably smart, but way too confident in himself, to the point where like he hasn't won a single game of Dungeon Crawl, but thinks that he can sort of lecture people about what the optimal thing to do is. Which I think is really common in communities like this, if I'm being honest. Like, I think those kind of personalities are not that rare. Nice, SG West. If you want to shatter streak records, you can take my humble advice and humble planning and just play a bunch of Deep Dwarf Artificers, which I maintain is the best and most reliable combo to win. Alright, let's pop into Orc real fast and buy these potions, which I can't afford. Let's buy some of them. Yeah, Artagus, I honestly, like, I don't even blame you for thinking that. Like, if somebody thinks he's just memeing, I'm not really gonna, like, I will disagree, but not too strongly, you know what I mean? Like, I definitely think it's like, I'm like 70-30, maybe 60-40 split on thinking that he's genuine versus messing around. You're willing to bet a drink on him being a Dungeon Crawl regular who is bored? Maybe. Like, if I'm being honest, like, at first, because my first interaction with him was him posting on my YouTube channel, right? And, I didn't, know that he had been posting on, like, UV4s and Demises and Gamma Funks and maybe a few other people, on their YouTube videos as well. And, I thought it was Ultraviolent Force screwing around, you know? Like, I thought it was, because he's known to make little jokes like this. And I just figured it was him, but I don't know if he would go so far as to post on his own on his own YouTube channel, you know. All right, let's think about what we want to do next. We have 2 runes. We want to go for at least 1 more. I think the obvious move is to go into Hell and just tornado. Clear everything out. And technically, when things are tornadoed, you can airstrike them for extra damage, because they're technically flying, which I always thought was cool. Crap, let's leave. Let's airstrike Gara to death and then leave. Very easy to stair dance this. Was that his first statement, Artagus? I thought that was just something he said in the thread. But like, yeah, I mean, that's the funny thing, but look at it from this perspective. So, let's say that you developed an opinion of Dungeon Crawl completely without, like, interacting with the community at all. And it's, like, it's super widely accepted, right? Among the, No, the Tavern thread was way after he started out just by commenting on people's YouTube videos. I think UV4s to start with, and then Gamma Funks and Demises in mine in some order that I'm not really sure about. But, anyway, like, imagine that you develop this whole idea of what the game's about, without actually talking to anybody who plays the game. And you're unburdened by these sort of presuppositions that Chaos Knight is a bad background. I could definitely see coming to the conclusion that Zom is actually pretty good, especially if you don't care about streaking. Like, let's say you really don't think that streaking is, like, a valuable thing to do, which is exactly, that's exactly what Leo thinks, or so he says. At that point, he's actually not entirely wrong that Zom is, like, his argument was that you kite things a lot with Zom, and, he acts a lot, right? And it's generally good things. And I don't think that's actually a wrong statement. You know, being able to, if you run around with Zom under high tension effects, which basically happens when there's stuff the game thinks is challenging for you on the board, like a lot of it, and he starts acting a lot, it's not altogether different than, like, having access to that demon spawn mutation that makes demons show up and help you out, which is really good. Zom does a lot of the same stuff, like he'll summon allies for you, he'll buff you up, he'll, you know, he'll do a lot of really good effects. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, at Floodkiller, I'd agree with you that it's like, I don't agree with that statement, but all I'm saying is that I can kind of see where he's coming from. Like, I could see that being a thing that someone says without just, like, screwing around. You know what I mean? Like, I could see that being said not in jest. Yeah, Flood Killer, that's pretty much, that's the correct take, I think. I would agree with that entirely. Or, God forbid, he gets berserked instead. Hey Wes, how you doing? The run's going well. We have 2 runes. We did Abyss and Vaults. And now we're just clearing out Vestibule real fast. Oh, these Dis monsters. Slightly more of them than usual in the entrance. Alright. Alright, so we have a couple of options. I could take a quick break from doing Hell, and we could go do Crypt real fast, which would be relatively free. We're not level 27 yet. So, yeah, we're not 27, level 27 yet, so we could use all the experience we could get, honestly. Let's train some defenses too, by the way. I'm gonna do Crypt. It's free. It's free. It's a nice little respite, so to speak. LRD will let me just one-shot the cursed skulls in here. Tornado will clear out everything else. Fun fact, you can LRD Revenants. But yeah, Artagus, it sounds like we basically have the exact same opinion, just like shifted to the other side, you know? Like neither of us are really super confident in the position, you know? Regarding the mystery that is Leo. All I can say is that I'm sad that they locked his tavern thread. Because that would have been a lasting amount of fun, I think. I should just start telling people that I'm Leo Littlebook. The only obnoxious thing about being in here is that Tornado is not super duper duper useful. I mean, it's amazing, but it's a lot of hallways is the problem. So it's not going to be quite as fast as I would like. But that's really a minor gripe. In general, this character is just amazing. One shot, like I said, very good on that curse skull. And you know, we could still find, like, Shatter or something. Maybe a Book of Annihilation so I don't have to spend the money on it, which I've unfortunately forgotten about, and then proceeded to waste all my money, so... Yeah, Artagus, in hashtag DCSS in that Discord, pretty much everybody who's willing to disagree with Gamma Funk and his crew have either been driven out of it or have just like gotten tired of dealing with the atmosphere there and have left entirely. So like you're not gonna see a lot of like difference of opinion in there. It's kind of an echo chamber, unfortunately. Like I'm literally banned from it. Like half the top players were on my tournament team and they just stopped going there because like it's just not a very welcoming atmosphere if you do have different opinions. I've had like a dozen people complain to me that like if they try to have a conversation in there, like GammaFunk will start spamming bot commands, you know, and it's like this plausibly deniable way to drown out their conversation, and it's like really petty and weird. But I mean, I can say for sure that he's done that to me back before I was banned, and I've seen enough screenshots of it that it can't be a coincidence. And I don't know, it's just like really weird stuff like that. So it's not, I would say it's probably the worst dungeon crawl Discord server to try to have a real conversation in. Hey Talus, to be fair, I didn't bring it up. I did not bring up the roguelikes general. I was commenting on an existing conversation. Believe it or not, I mean, I don't mind talking about that stuff, but I'm sure people probably get tired of hearing me soapbox about it, so I try not to bring it up myself. Yeah, Artagus, it really depends on exactly who you're talking to, and it also depends on if you're on that person's bad side or not, because it's definitely a like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of situation. Like some of those people do seem perfectly nice until they don't like you, at which point you're the enemy, you know. So like I don't doubt your account of it either, you know. Walking on eggshells, the server. I like that. That's a good description. That's pretty accurate. I don't know, it's a shame that I'm banned from there because I keep getting sent these screenshots of certain people talking about like what a racist bigot I'm supposed to be, and it would be nice to be able to like defend myself from that kind of slander, but I guess I'm just gonna have to accept that. It's just unfortunate because like strangers will get this impression that's just not true, you know. Caves of Quad. Is it Cud or Quad? That's a pretty wacky Discord server. They'll ban you for posting a single Pepe. My poor clown Pepe would not last a second. Banned for impersonating Mon and Pepe. That's a direct quote, right? This is actually pretty bad. We could get we could get flayed and LCS'd. Yeah, I thought that's what they told Sneed. I heard about that. That's wild. That's really wild. Oh, man, he really could crystal spear me twice. Wish I had an acid wand. Nice. Oh, you think so, Artagus? I just saw this message. Any publicity is good publicity? Maybe. The child-eating dungeon crawl monsters video. Alright, so what's the take? Do I Am I literally like murdering babies in my spare time? Is that, have you come to a conclusion yet as to whether this is a baby eating stream? I don't, you know what? I don't think I've even tried veal, so I can honestly say I've never eaten a single baby. Not yet, anyway. Alright. Well, as long as my dungeon crawl advice outweighs my baby eating, then I guess I'm cool with it. I'm gonna get that kuru, that cannibalism disease. I dropped this manual just to make space, but I kind of want to keep it on me just in case I decide to train more. I don't need to mess with my inventory, really. Alright, here's a fun little vault. The deal with this is that, well, forget about the alarm traps, those don't matter right now since I cleared the floor, but as soon as I take a step in here, these walls are going to break, and the liches are going to be let out. I can't LRD them, but I can LRD the grates. And here's a funny side effect of LRD being nerfed. I can just do this as many times as I want to, and it won't break the grates. So, okay, you know, I'll take it. So I can sort of, whoops, I can cheese this thing, because, like, I go in. Oh no, the grates are dropped. Oh no. Except they're already dead, so no problem. Alright, we've gotten a little bit ripped off on the loot here. Nothing really interesting to speak of except for the big piles of gold. I guess that we could use the Staff of Air, but, like, I'm much happier with Int +9. Yeah, the LRD nerf made LRD much, much better as a damage spell, which, I don't think that was even intentional. Like, I think that was just a side effect of them desperately wanting it not to break walls, you know? Alright, so we've done, oh, Captain's Cutlass. Interesting. Anyway, we've done Crypt. Now we could pop up into Tomb if we wanted to. We could actually go ahead and try to do Tomb. But given that I'm not feeling particularly suicidal today, I think that we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to go back to Vestibule. Let's check our spells real quick. Still no Shatter available. Still can't afford Firestorm. Or Glaciate. We don't have them and we can't afford them. What were the CSD conditions? Okay, the CSD conditions were gotta use Ashenzari, Hepliaklqana, or Okawaru. We're using Ash. Tier 1 bonus was collecting a rune before entering Shoals, Snake, Spider, or Swamp. Tier 2 bonus was collecting a rune before entering Lair. I've decided to just not do Lair at all, which will give me 6 points. And I'm also going to clear a Ziggurat, which will give me 3 points. So basically just skip Lair. Anyway. Let me check one thing real fast. Firestorm 100% fail rate, Glaciate 100%. Need to do a lot of training if I want to get either of those online. It's like Lord of Darkness, but it's if I were going to, I don't know, does Lord of Darkness stop you from entering Elf and Orc? It's not a true DUPS or DOES run, because that would mean that you're not allowed to go into Elf or Orc. But in this one we did Elf and Orc. Still no iron shot. What a shame. Alright, this is fine though. We have the tools to make this happen. We can do it. We can stat form, which puts us to 40 AC. Gosh, I am so tempted to just be like a face puncher at this point. Stat form puncher. You know, take off the spear at some point and just punch away. I'm like 99% sure it's the right move here. But if I uncurse the sword or the spear, what does that do to my skills, I wonder? I guess what I could do is, how fast can I get unarmed combat going? Not super fast, unfortunately. I guess if I were to like go do Zot, like if I had a third rune, I could get a lot of experience really fast, but otherwise you don't tend to get too much experience inside of Hell. No necromutation either, so I can't bail myself out with that. I really want stat form because I don't want to get tormented too much. I have 0 R negative, so that's an issue. I think we're gonna go for Gehenna. On the plus side, Ashenzari is going to make this much less painful. She's going to show me right where the downstairs are. Down we go. Down we go. Well, she's not always going to show me where the downstairs are, but she will once in a while. Scry. And like if I really wanted to do the 100% optimal thing here, we could just like go hang out in the abyss for a long time and get more experience, but that's really boring to watch and I don't think it's particularly necessary, even if it would be optimal. Do a little more scrying. Oh, there's a downstairs right here. Derp. Do I see any staircases? I do. Southeast. We have enough digging that I don't feel bad about using a little bit. That blink didn't work out for me. Gosh, Ashenzari really does speed this up, doesn't she? Let's invis. Probably won't get hellfired. That cloak's really pulling its weight. Why don't you like Tornado, Talus? I think it's a great spell. Alright, if I recall correctly, I I think the rune is actually up here. Or down here. But not in the more obvious location. Like you'd think it would be there, but it's not. That's a single school level 9 spell. And Ashenzari lets you get it online a lot faster. And I can kill stuff while walking away from it, which is the big thing. It's really radical stuff, you know? Quite a time saver. This is wacky. Do I just dig out and fly around and fly right in from there instead of trying to run around? I think I do, except this is the endless lava. You can't fly over it. Whoops. Will invis. Well, we'll fail to invis, but it doesn't matter because the Tormentor dies quick anyway. Bear in mind, we're doing this with no R negative. really drinking whiskey, driving risky here. We're running low on magic, but that's okay. Because we've got a unbelievably huge stack of magic potions. Oh, crap. Let's invis. Let's use horn. I'm just gonna tornado, it's fine. This is not so good. I gotta heal wounds. Because we can still get hellfired even though we're invis. He can't see us, but it doesn't make us immune. It's not as bad as it looks. It's kind of bad, but we have a lot of outs. And we have RF, so I don't think they can kill us outright. The most annoying thing about this is that it's just hard to fully reset this crap. It's not really a good place for it. Like this can happen, see? We'll just Ice Blast here. And BVC. Now that's a problem. The fact that this wonderful little Eldritch Tentacle showed up, that's more of an irritation than I'm willing to stomach right now. So we're gonna blink over here to avoid that crap. Gonna walk away with regen up, tornado this stuff down, and this is just like, this is what I'm talking about where like I wanted a cubby hole but I can't have one, you know, like this is gonna have to do as a spot to rest. It's not so bad. Back to full. I knew we could do it. This is a little obnoxious. I want to not be next to him. Freaking torment. Oh my god. Alright. Back to resting, thanks to a single brimstone fiend. Not to be confused with a friend. It's Oz armor. The worst Gehenna ending. Yeah, Flood Killer, I don't think I would disagree. It's pretty unfortunate, I'll say that much. We've got the resources to stick it out through here, but that doesn't mean I want to. Oh my god, can you just give me like a freaking second here to get my hit points back? A hell effect actually canceled off regen and demissile. Alright, that's a little something. I'm gonna drink a Curry to get this rot off. Cast Love, yeah. I'm an Ogre mage because my spellcasting is the highest skill. So it's kind of a special title. 27 spellcasting, man. It's good stuff, right? Alright. I don't have as much magic as I'd like, but I do have magic potions. So, I think we will go ahead and go for it. What would be cool is if Ashenzari told me where the rune was, rather than me having to go hunt it down, which again, I think it's in the bottom left or the top right. I actually think it's impossible for it to spawn anywhere else. I'd have to look at the vault file to be sure. Crap. Crap. That's unfortunate. I didn't want there to be a brimstone fiend right here. This would be so much easier if I could just stat form and punch him in the face. Which I guess I could, but unarmed combat's only at 3.2. I'm not focusing it. And I'm not going to get it online fast enough for it to be valuable. Good God. This is okay. We'll kill it for sure if we do this. Tornado will finish this stuff off. How obnoxious. Another brimstone fiend. Okay, we holy word. We don't have our elec. I'm going to use a heal wounds. I'm going to have to use another blink. This is outrageous. Why did it have to be 2 fiends in a row? Unfortunate. Oh, and a flay. Alright. That's adorable. Let's cancel off the flay. Gonna fog. Big damage, not so good. Heal wounds. Tornado. I really should have regen up. So we're gonna do that. Still running from the Brimstone Fiend, which needs to die ASAP. Technically we could die here if the Halberd hits us for good damage here from the Hell Knight, and the Brimstone Fiend hits me with Hellfire at the same time, but chances are really good the Hell Knight's just going to die from Tornado next turn, So why don't we instead roll the bones and Ice Blast this dude? Hell Knight dies just like I thought. Ice Blast finishes off the Fiend. We really need to put D-Missile back up. But we need to kill this thing first. I will not let you flay me to death. Down he goes, I get my hit points back. None of this stuff is ranged. I guess I'll just let Tornado kill this stuff. And we go back to the cubby hole. All right. I thought that Ashenzari would make this a little less tedious, but unfortunately we've gotten a bit of an unlucky ending here. Wait, why am I trying to paralyze him when I should be clutching him? Torment is dumber flaying. Yeah. Flay is kind of funny because there was a time when I was multi-zigging, and I found out the hard way, and it didn't kill me, but it came close, that if you were to like use Lignify to avoid getting tormented on, say, a crypt floor, you could still get flayed as a tree. Which I guess, like, I can't complain too much because that does make logical sense, but at the same time, just a little unfortunate. Alright, we have to go back a little bit. Can kill anything with this tornado. I just need the game to be a little bit kind to me. And let me have my mana back. Alright, and it did, finally. Now, let's invis. He blows me up anyway. Tons of drain. Doesn't really affect us. Thanks to those sweet Ashenzari skills. Alright, I see what it wants me to do. It wants me to go through one of these and then go to the corner. It's been a while since I've gotten this super bad ending, but it's coming back to me now. No, 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 no. You're not going to torment me all the way down. I'm going to close this door. The boss room here is going to suck. I may very well just ninja the rune and leave. Should have been using scrying this whole time. Better late than never. What do I want to do here about this Brimstone Fiend? It's very unfortunate. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.